So I just got to my very favorite antique malls. There are two of them on opposite sides of the street. They are big. The vendors are amazing. It's their big sales weekend, so I always get good stuff. Always get good stuff for my Etsy shop. For me, now I'm shopping for my own vintage booth, so I can't wait to see what I find. So my very favorite vendor, who also is the owner in terms of deals, he's having 50% off his booth this weekend, which he hasn't done a 50 in a while. It's usually been 30. And I always get stuff from his booth. So I'm hitting up his religious end cap first, which I'll show you, which I've already found some stuff. And then, I can't wait to shop all the other spaces. So religious stuff definitely sells well for me. And so I think I'm gonna get this because it's copper colored and it's only $8.95 with 50% off. And then I really like that cross. This wood cross is really good. It's $12.95, half off. So yeah, I think I need to get a cart. I think I'm at the point already I'm gonna have to get a cart. So some really great paintings. I like this one up here. I like that it is really bright, but also of course modern and abstract. So it is $35, but it should be half off, I think. So I may grab that. So I really like this wall hook. So it is $24, so it'll be half off, so $12. I think I'm gonna have to get it. This is a beautiful vase. I love the blue on the top. So I'm definitely picking up more pottery. This is $21, but half off, so oof. Guys, I've only been here 2 seconds and I'm already filling up my basket, so this is gonna be dangerous. So I have never seen a mixed metal vase like this before. It's $22. I don't know what discount this booth is gonna have, but really cool. But to clean it up, you guys know I love to shine up stuff, so I don't know. I think if it was shiny, it would be really neat. Oh, Cost Plus. Isn't Cost Plus World Market? Was this the original World Market thing, maybe? Okay, I'm definitely getting this. It's a tortoiseshell tray. It's $7. It is phenomenal. So this is going in the basket. So I'm not typically this style of art, but this is really cool. It's actually painted. It's definitely warm, but I think that adds to it. I think it's gonna be half off. Okay, I'm thinking about this one because this would be a weird pickup for me. Because I'm not sure I'd sell it. I think I would actually keep it, but it's beautiful. Is there anyone out there that also likes artist palettes? I don't know. I feel like the palettes themselves, where they mix the paint, is also like art. If this is cheaper, I actually might consider getting it, but I just love the colors. It's almost like a Monet painting. This vest is so cute. If it was my size, I would so consider getting it, or if it was just a little bit shorter, on me it would look like I was wearing a dress, but it is adorable. This painting is, oh my goodness, it is so moving to me. I mean, her hands do look a little big compared to her head, but the colors, I really love the colors in it. It is stunning. I won't be getting it because it's out of my price range, but if it was, I think I may have to get it because I usually don't go for people, but this one is just so beautiful. This is the most adorable fish basket I have ever seen. It's $14. I don't really have a need for it, and it probably doesn't go for more than this, but it's just so cute. So I really like the use of vertical space in this booth. It's hard to tell on camera, but if you're in person, you definitely are drawn up and it makes it feel really large. I actually like how they put the chairs up there. How you sell them like that, I don't know. Maybe not as practical, but I do really like what they did with this space. I love the colors on this vase. It's made in Japan. I love how it still has the sticker of what they bought it for on here. 21 seems pretty fair. It's 25% off too, but it's really lightweight. I feel like if it was a little bit heavier, I would get it. I do love the colors. Okay, so you guys may know, hello, there's me, that I have a mirror almost just like this. It's painted red, and I have been very tempted to strip it. I know a lot of people are like, no, keep the red, but it has not sold yet. So I may have to try to strip it down because in the wood, it looks so good. These little cloisonne, they said cloisonne on the tag on the bottom. I've never seen ones like this before. They're beautiful, like the colors, almost like Tiffany's blue. There's 2 of them. I'm not gonna get them because they're outside my budget, but they are stunning. I've never seen them before. You guys know I love Native American pottery, and this one is really good. I mean, it has some flaws, but I love the shapes. It's 24 with, I think, let's see how much off. 10%, so not much. I think it's really, really pretty. I'm gonna have to think about it. So I just finished on one side of the mall because it's on either side of the streets, and it was good. I got some great stuff. I may go back if I have time. The problem is I only have an hour to get to the next side, which sounds like a lot of time. It is not. But this side has my friend's booth. They have great stuff, so I can't wait to shop their booth too. Like this bamboo stand, but it's kind of priced not far from what I would price it at. So even with the discount, it's not coming home, but I really like how it has the woven top. So this is my friend's booth. So Heather and Brian, and they have a very similar point of view in terms of like floral art and landscape art and, you know, pottery. And then of course, this guy. Now they actually offer this to me first to buy, but I told them I cannot possibly have another one of these. So it is here, but I can't believe someone doesn't want it. He's so cute. You guys, I got in one of my favorite booths, and I was nearly knocked out cold by this amazing painting. So it is, let's look, 110 and then 50% off that. It is so good. I just sent it to my husband. Hopefully he wants it because it's stunning and huge. So husband says yes. Yes! I mean, I buy art even when he doesn't say yes, but a piece this big, I feel like he needs to agree on. You guys, look at that quail. It is a cloisonne quail. It is wildly outside my budget at $185. I got excited for a second thinking it was $18, but now this is on my list of wish list stuff because that is so beautiful. Loving these framed needlepoints. It'd be 16 bucks each. Of course, the floral. I don't know, I can't. I think this one has more of a market than maybe the floral because of the red. And this one is just like a sweet little cottage. So I'll think about this one because I think this one's really good. Oh my goodness, you guys, I have just nearly fainted. Look at this needlepoint ottoman. Wow. It actually has a date on it. It is dated in the corner here, 74. I mean, look at, oh, I might pass out. It's so good. So it's 86 with 30 off. Do I need this for my studio? Well, let's see what it says underneath. Okay, so it has like that emblem on top. Man, this is gonna be hard to pass up. It's so good. This studio pottery piece is beautiful. Look at the colors. Man, I am just having a love affair with everything bright today. 28 with 20% off. It's in the same booth with that. Really incredible stool. Oh man. I feel like I need it. I feel like I need to buy myself a present. I mean, look at it, it's so good. Okay, sorry, I know you're like, okay, can we move on? There's like more stuff to see. But anyways, I probably won't get this vase, but it's really good. I'm really debating this cute little stool plant stand. It has an interesting swirl detail. Just the finish is worn. Like, I feel like I'd have to like sand it down, which I do not need a project, but it'd be 16 bucks, which seems really good because it's a great size. So I just grabbed this very colorful piece of art. So $10.85 and it'll be 50 off, which I think framed in a wood frame, like a, you know, obviously a sleek square one, it would look really good. You guys, I'm riding so high from this haul. I cannot wait to show you what I got. Okay, so we're back in my studio space. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got so many good things at that antique mall. I'm also gonna show you a few things I actually got on eBay because I've been doing a little sourcing on eBay, trying to give it a go because it's so hard to find anything around here right now. I know it doesn't seem like that because I'm always coming at you with hauls, but let me tell you, competition is fierce. So I'm gonna have to like branch out and see if I can find things in different ways. Okay, so some of this stuff is going to be available for you guys on Etsy. I'm going to bring some stuff to my vintage booth. And then, of course, there's many things that I'm going to keep for myself, like always. Okay, so let's jump right into the haul. So the first things that I picked up were actually some very cool religious pieces. One of my very favorite vendors, who happens to also be the owner of the mall, had a really good discount on all of his booth spaces. He has a tiny little religious, like, shelf, and I got these 2 pieces. I thought this handmade wood cross was really lovely, and then of course I had to pick up this metal plaque of Mary. Oh my goodness. Now I want to keep this so bad, but I have a lot of Mary statues and things, so I will not be keeping this, surprisingly. I will probably deeply regret it. So this will be available on Etsy, and if it doesn't sell, I'll bring it to my booth space. But I thought it was absolutely stunning, and both of these together will be available on Etsy. So the next item I picked up is this very cool entry organizer, just like coat hook, peg rack type of thing. Now, peg racks are something I do sell often, and I'm actually selling them well in my vintage booth too. So anyways, any sort of organizer seems to do well online and in my booth setting. So I grabbed this when I saw it because I like the fact that it's handmade. You could definitely tell like the marks of the person who made it. I like that the pegs are extra long, so you can even put, like, frankly, a hanger on it, and it's a very substantial like hook system on the back. So anyways, when I saw it, I think it was 12 bucks, I had to get it. So another bread and butter thing that I always look for, and you guys know this, which is tortoiseshell bamboo, anything. Now, usually I'm getting like the stand or the organizers, but this is my very first tray, and this was $7. And then I think it was on sale because all the booths had a discount. So I about lost my mind when I found this. So this is awesome piece. I love the size of it. I mean, trays are something that sell well for me in general. So I'm assuming a tortoise bamboo tray probably will too. It'll be interesting to see because this is the first one I will have ever sold. But I sell like copper and brass trays all day long, as you guys know. So anyways, when I saw this, had to bring it home. This will be available on Etsy. So I'm always looking for brass animals. Of course, you guys know this. So I found this very cool brass crane. Now just know all the brass I'm gonna show you today, I have already pre-shined up because I'm going to get ready to photograph it for listing. And this one is the, you know, quintessential down looking one. I wish I had a mate, but it didn't. But if I can find these for like under $20 a piece, I usually pick them up because they're still very valuable. Every time I list one of these, it sells. So I actually bought this guy because I have these guys. So these are something that I actually bought off of eBay recently. Is eBay or Mercari? I can't remember. I've been hitting up both of those platforms, eBay and Mercari. And so I thought, okay, together, because I actually sold a set of cranes recently. Together, I think they sold for like maybe 78 bucks, 68 bucks. I can look and pop the information on the screen. So anyway, so I thought, ooh, okay, even though he didn't have a mate, I had just gotten these, and I thought, okay, as a threesome together, they would look really great. So these will be available on Etsy. So now we're gonna move on to a couple art pieces that I got for me. So modern art, colorful, abstract art is something that I decorate with in my actual main part of my house, which is opposite obviously of my wall behind me. It's definitely more traditional, floral. But these 2 pieces I got because they were super reasonably priced and amazing. Love the colors, especially the blues. I have a ton of blue in my home. And then I also have pops of red as well. So these pieces are great. So this one, both of them are painted on wood. And this one, I just fell in love with the texture. My husband really likes it. And then I also got this piece here, which is super heavy. Honestly, I think this might be an old, like if you look at the back of it and the side, it looks like it could have been maybe a cabinet that someone like upcycled. I don't know, but it was really neat. Now, it's very primary crayon colors, which is usually not my thing. But when I saw it on the wall, in a gallery wall, because that's where it was at, I was like, ooh, I would not have necessarily picked it up just on its own, but once it was with other like art, I was like, ooh, that's really good, actually. That just helps bring out the other pieces. So anyways, that's why I got it. I think they were, God, I wanna say this one might have been under 10 bucks. This one might have been like 15, I don't know. It was crazy. The booth that I got it from, it happens to be the same booth, surprisingly, that I got
these from. So that is the owner of the antique mall, and they have a very eclectic mix. So each booth kind of has like a theme. And so I always beeline to the super colorful section because it's my favorite. And I have gotten so many pieces of art from there. So many pieces, including some of my very favorite pieces that I own. So anyways, I'm always excited when there's a sale in that booth because I'm like, ooh, coming home with some art. So another piece of art that I got in that same booth was the huge abstract painting, which I showed you in the footage. And I do not have that in here to show you because it is like this. And I don't think you could see that on camera, just how big it was. But it is like huge. It's like laying against a wall down in my entryway against another huge canvas that I bought that I'm not sure where I'm putting it. Now, we have a ton of wall space in our house because we have very, very high ceilings. And so we have I just want to fill it all with art. So when my husband said he liked the art piece ended up being $55, I was like, yes. So anyways, I'm always really excited when we can agree on art. These pieces, I didn't show him. I just brought them home because I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to like them. And he did. But big art pieces, I always am like, I hope you kind of like it because I really fell in love with it, like nearly knocked me over. So anyways, that's another piece of art that I got that I thought was absolutely phenomenal. So now that I have a vintage booth, I'm picking up things that could be kind of like gifty because when I was there restocking the other day, someone came in, is like, you know, I'm looking for a gift, like a housewarming gift for a friend. And I was like, wait a minute. I bet there's a lot of people doing this. So I'm gonna start picking up things I'm like, ooh, this would make a good housewarming gift for someone. And this is one of those things. It's a beautiful Japanese set of wooden coasters. I love the texture here. I was like, oh my goodness, the texture. And on the lid, it's really, really good. I love the stamp on the bottom, made in Japan. Just a really, really cool set. It has all the coasters, which you guys know, looking for coaster sets, you don't always get all the coasters, and they're largely like in good shape. There's a little bit of wear on them, but frankly, none of them are like broken. And I'm pretty sure you probably could even put a little bit of some sort of like rescue, like wood rescue on it, and it would look a lot better. So anyways, I thought these were super cute. I love how teeny tiny they are. They're tiny coasters. So anyways, when I saw this, I had to grab it because just alone, frankly, for the box, I would have bought it just for the box because I didn't know they were coasters until I opened it up. And I think just as a cool decorative box alone, this was a really cool find. And some more wood stuff I came home with. I found this beautiful set of wood candle holders. Anytime I have a set of wood candle holders, they always sell. And so I always look for pairs. These ones I really like because they were Oregon myrtle wood, which is a type of wood here that we specialize in. So we have tons of myrtle wood everywhere in our thrift stores, our antique malls, it's just everywhere. I thought these were lovely because I like the shape and I really like the stain. And one of the things with myrtle wood pieces is they always are shined up, really shiny. So that's one thing, you have to like the shine if you like myrtle wood pieces like this, because this is the only way they ever seem to come. But I particularly do. I'm team shiny. I love shining up my brass, I shine up everything. And then I also got this very cool swirly candle, not for this set necessarily, but to add to my candle collection. I've never gotten actually like a pure white swirly. Usually I have like the beeswax. Actually, I can open up my candle drawer. It's actually off screen right here. So this is like the color I usually have, and this is like the color. Plus, these are a tighter swirl. Anyways, you guys have seen my candle drawer. I'll pop some more footage on for anyone new has not seen my candle drawer. It is epic. It brings me such joy. And every time I post about it on Instagram, it like breaks the internet because it's just like so beautiful, so beautiful. So anyway, these will be available on Etsy. So something really crazy that I picked up. And the reason is because I have a regular shopper who loves and collects heads, ceramic heads. So when I saw this ceramic head, I had to pick it up. I mean, look at that. I love how it has the peace sign and it has like almost like a peace love headband. I mean, it is so cool. It weighs 1 billion pounds. Like literally, I think I would like feel absolutely fatigued if I did this for like more than a minute. It is very cool. So this piece, so excited to find because that again was in one of the discounted booths and I knew I had a buyer for it. And so I was really excited to bring that home. And I messaged the person and they already want to buy it. Woohoo! So very exciting when when that happens, when you're out shopping, you're like, you know what? I know exactly who's gonna want it, and they did, which was awesome. So another thing I got at the antique mall is this absolutely beautiful Italian metalwork candle holder. And yes, it actually does have spots for candles on the top, if you can see there. So 3 spots. It has very cool grapes. Now, I have never picked up like the metalwork like this that had grapes, and I'm not a grape person. I know a lot of people love grapes, you know, especially like the lucite grapes. You heard me talk about this in a video recently, but I thought this was absolutely stunning. Now, I paid up for this. This was, I think, ended up being $35, but these types of Italian metal pieces, you guys know this because I had a piece in my last video, you know, they're very valuable. People really love them. They're well made, and they're just absolutely stunning. Now, this one doesn't have the made in Italy tag left on it. The person probably took it off or has fallen off, but that doesn't matter because frankly, this is absolutely from Italy. No doubts about that based on how it looks and how many I have sold. So this will be available on Etsy. It's gonna be quite the thing to ship because it is so wide, and honestly, these are always very difficult to ship because of the metal and how much they can bend. I was so excited when I learned that the beautiful candle holder that I shipped out to one of my very favorite buyers last week made it to her. Yes, because I had tried very hard to make sure it got there safe and sound, but you just never know because pieces can be, you know, really old, and obviously when they're delicate like that, especially with the metal, you just never know how much stress they've had before you got them. Anyways, it's a long explanation, but this will be available on Etsy. So I have one more piece from the antique mall that I have to show you, but we're gonna hold it until the end because it's just so good. It's my most special thing from this whole haul, so you just gotta wait a few more minutes to see it. But I'm gonna shift gears and show you some things I got on eBay. I'm having a lot of trouble finding any sort of brass in the thrift stores, and I know you're like, you just found some brass at the antique mall, but it's not usually the case. So I've decided to start going online and looking for like groupings of brass. So I did pick up a couple of those, or I guess place bids on a couple of those, and so I found one lot that had these adorable brass swans. I'm not sure what they would have been used for originally because that is not a very big container for anything, but I thought for putting decorative matches in here, that would look amazing. You could put the strike like little sticker on the bottom. I mean, when I thought of that, I was like, oh, that would be like the most romantic vessel to put decorative matches in. So anyways, I mean, imagine this next to like a set of candles, and then these are your matches. I don't know, I just fell in love when I thought of it, so I had to bid on that lot, and I got it. So these are gonna be available probably in my booth space because I need to put matches in them, and I still gotta get those little stickers for the bottom, but I thought they were absolutely stunning. So I was very excited to find these. Again, I have shined up the brass before I showed it to you here. I usually shine up all the brass before I show you, just because I love shining brass. I also got this really cute little bird, a little duck, and so this actually is a type of brass that has like a shellac finish on it. So frankly, I don't need to do any shining because it already is shine and probably will be like this forever. But it's actually very heavy, so it's not like a cheap brass piece. It's actually a very nice, like solid brass piece. So this again will go to my booth space. And then another thing I got in one of the groups of brass is this very cool brass turtle grater. Now, actually, like when I was looking this up, I'm like, is this something that people would want? And when I was looking at like Google Lens and stuff, you know, sometimes they can go for a lot, which is just blows me away. But I thought it was really fun. So this will probably go to my booth space too. I'm not sure if anyone would actually use it for cheese, but I just thought, you know, because it has a little hook for hanging, it looked really cute hanging on the wall in a kitchen, you know, because people love to display their utensils and things as decor, and I thought this guy is actually really sweet and will look cute on a wall. And then again, as a reminder, I also got these in a brass lot as well, so I was very excited to get those. And then I have more brass things coming, which is exciting. So I will have a lot more brass pieces available for sale. And then just a quick thrift store find. So usually I'm not picking up glass stuff. You guys know this. I had that moment, that blip I want to call it, where I picked up a bunch of art glass, and I have not picked up art glass since until these, which I think this is technically like glasses that you can drink out of, although I'm supposed you can use them as votives as well. So they're pretty versatile, but I found these at my local Value Village, and I found this guy first, and I was like, that is beautiful. It's actually more pinky tones. It's kind of coming across as candy corn colored on the footage, on the camera, but it's actually in real life, it has a lot more pink to it, which is awesome. So there's this one, and then there is this swirling one. Again, this is looking candy cane. It actually looks a little bit more pink in person. And then this pair that have the like the ombre effect. So these are actually like hand blown, and you can tell on the bottom because if it is hand blown, it has like this where they would break it off of the stick pole thing that they use. Obviously, I know nothing about like blowing glass, but these are definitely handmade pieces. So I plan to sell these as a set to see how they do. I think just because they are like so fun and have so much pattern and color, I think they would look really cool together. But yeah, I was really excited to find them. They were super reasonable. And these actually were sold together, and they never group glasses together. It's like very rare. And so I was very excited about that. So yeah, and I happen to have like a coupon anyways. It was a good day to find these because very rarely do I find any glasses worth buying at Value Village. Sometimes I will find mugs, and I feel like that's few and far between. So anyways, really excited about these, and these will be available on Etsy. Okay, so we're down to the final piece. So I bet you guys can guess what it is. It is that beautiful handmade needle pointed ottoman. When I saw it, I about passed out. I still almost passed out looking at it because it has all my favorite things, which is geometric patterns and a floral and pinks and mauves, and it's just so good, so good. So it's made in like 1974, which is crazy. And I'm pretty sure based on like the condition of it, because the pad, like I think it's like the foam or whatever they used inside, has not deteriorated, and the legs look brand new. So unless the person who like sold it to me, like from their booth, like where I picked it up, unless they like swapped up the legs, which people do that, like dealers, we do that. Sometimes we will just do like quick tweaks to things if we think it could actually like obviously improve the sellability of a piece, but I'm pretty sure these are like original to the piece. So anyways, I fell absolutely in love with it. I think it might be a forever piece for me, frankly, because it is so incredibly stunning. I love how there is the artist or the person who made it, their information in the corner. It makes it even more special. And I just hope wherever they are, and let's be honest, they're probably up in heaven, because, you know, that's how these things go. Usually you're buying them from an estate sale from a person who has passed on. So whoever you are in heaven with your initials, know that I am cherishing it, and I know how much you put into the piece, because it fits the cushion so perfectly, the edges, like there's no bleed over. You can tell like they were like mathematically minded too with the way that I'm always amazed that people can make patterns and things for upholstered stuff. That just blows me away. Like having that sort of spatial like awareness for a piece is just stunning. It's stunning, just amazing to me, and this piece is absolutely stunning. So anyways, enough gushing about this ottoman. I know you're like, that is a lot about an ottoman, but you guys know me. Once I accept something into my heart, I lose my mind over it, and I just like profess love to it. So anyways, I was very excited to find this piece. Showed it to my mom. She got it, and she also lost her mind over it. So I was just like validated in that moment. Okay, so that's all I have to show you today. That is my haul. Now, if you're local to Portland, you need to get your butt over to Stars Antique Mall in Sellwood and shop their sale. So I'm gonna try to get this out in time for there to be at least a day or two more of shopping that you can do, because this sale's through the holiday weekend, so you gotta definitely go there because it's so worth it. I may try to go there again, frankly. Usually I shop the sale like twice, because sometimes the vendors will bring in stuff midway through the sale because, you know, everyone wants to move stuff, and the discounts were really, really good, and the selection was really good. So anyways, if you're local, get your butts there. Okay, so that is officially all I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much again for watching, and if you're looking for more thrifting and decorating content between my haul videos here on YouTube, make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok. And please let me know in the comments below what you thought about my finds. Do you think the stool is as cool as I think it is? What do you think of my modern art? Was it worth bringing home? I always love to hear your guys' thoughts on the things that I pick up. And again, anything that I list on Etsy is typically linked down below in my description box. Thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care.